Hello everyone, and once again, my name is Grace. I'm the host of Driving Eco-Sustainability, my perspective podcast, and today we are going to be delving into that unique climate change term that you find challenging. And since it's coming to that time of the year when everyone is gearing up for COP30 in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, I thought it would be best for us to delve into a key term that usually is heard and used around the climate diplomacy space. And which term is that? We are going to be talking about the technology mechanism. So basically, what's the technology mechanism? Technology mechanism is that mechanism in the climate change diplomacy space that underscores the importance of technology development and technology transfer to enhance resilience to climate change and reduction of greenhouse gas emissions. Now, where did this technology mechanism come from? The technology mechanism was put in place under the UNFCCC, or the United Nations Framework Convention on Climate Change, in 2010 at COP15 in Cancun, Mexico. However, it became expressly stipulated and provided for in a multilateral environment and climate change agreement in the Paris Agreement of 2015. Now, what is it about? In fact, when it was stipulated in the Paris Agreement under Article 10, its main objective was to provide for governance of the technology mechanism, which had been put in place in 2010. And it was also put in place to enhance access and use of innovation as a way to enhance the response to climate change on a global scale, but also on a long-term and sustainable development scale. Because as we know, technology has become a very important factor and an integral part of our lives. So then why don't we use it to address one of our big problems in the 21st century, which is climate change? Also, another objective for expressly providing for it under Article 10 of the Paris Agreement was to enhance access to climate finance so as to undertake technology transfer and technology development in developing countries, which at that time are currently the most affected by climate change, despite the fact that they are the least contributors to greenhouse gas emissions. The technology mechanism is made up of two important bodies. One is the Technology Executive Committee. Now, this is the policy arm of the mechanism, which basically deals with issues and makes policy recommendations under the mechanism. Then, the Climate Technology Center Network, otherwise known as CTCN, this is the technical arm of the mechanism. So basically, this one provides information to developing countries, especially regarding technology aspects, and it's also a source of information and knowledge, especially for developing countries. They usually put in queries if anyone has an issue or if a country needs assistance from the technology mechanism. They can solicit the help of the CTCN so that it can respond to their queries, so that they can guide them. So basically, that's why it's the technical arm of the technology mechanism. And how does a country do this? Most countries have a national focal person through whom they can reach the mechanism. In Uganda, the national focal person is the Science, Innovation and Technology Secretariat under the Office of the President. Now, the technology mechanism is headquartered at the United Nations Environmental Program offices. So if you are a country and you're interested in getting any form of assistance regarding technology transfer and technology development under the technology mechanism, you can reach out to the CTCN because it renders help, especially to developing countries, through their national focal persons on how they can integrate technology in addressing climate change and enhancing climate action. So, in fact, the technology mechanism launched a 5-year program running up to 2027 to enhance the use of technology and to use it as a forefront to address climate change. And recently, it launched a program which is seeking to use AI and to center on AI and highlight the use of AI in addressing climate change. So if you have been there and you have been wondering what the technology mechanism is all about, this is what it is all about. As we are aware, we are in the 21st century and technology is the center of everything. However, as technology is the engine, the center, and the source of solutions within the 21st century, we also have to appreciate that climate change has become the biggest problem that is affecting the 21st century. So if we can use technology to address climate change, why can't we do it in our day-to-day lives? So as you go out there, understand that use of technology has now been provided for within our international climate change space through the technology mechanism. And there are opportunities in this space that you can exploit through the national focal person of your country. Thank you so much. I've been Grace, your host, Driving Eco-Sustainability, My Perspective. Subscribe to my YouTube channel so that you learn more interesting climate change terms, because that's why we are here, to simplify them, make them easy, so that you can become a diplomat in future who is well equipped with knowledge in the climate change space, well informed, and ready to take action to save your planet. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching this video. I do value the time that you put in to watch every episode. The entire essence I started this channel was to enhance the reach of the voices of those people who are contributing to the fight against climate change and those who are fighting to save our environment. If you liked this video, click the subscribe button so that you can equally contribute to enhancing awareness towards climate action. Let's save our planet together.